All right, there we go. Should have everything going good now. All right, so a couple things. Yes, not sponsored by Woodcraft, but I have a Woodcraft glass now. How you doing, Craftsman, O'Marley, Nail? Glad to see you're all here. But yeah, I have a Woodcraft glass now. Basically, they had the key event, was it last week? And I ended up winning free glass. Little pint glass, not even a pint. I can't really call it a pint. That's like 12 ounces. That's not a pint. But, you know, nice glass. I already drink. And, well, let's get set up the right way here. Boop, boop. There we go. Also not sure why you're on the ground back here, but let's get the rubber mallet started. All right. So let's do some bookkeeping. We're getting close to the end of this project. But bookkeeping number one, we're at 300 peoples. And I all of a sudden have 2 scrapers. I have already drank at least 3 times, dear. What kind of project are you trying to finish, O'Marley? Get this out of the way as well. And pull the thing we're going to need the most, which is all my marking stuff. Well, we may not need it the most today, but it's still nice to have it. Get Minimax up here. So I'm thinking, quite possibly, we may do a giveaway and give away the Woodcraft scraper, because I now have a Stanley number 80. Woodcraft number 80 might be a nice one to give away. Ah, hey Mecca. Yeah, they're probably getting thicker and thicker. But I actually do have one of you. Let's move this chair. I always end up putting it right where it hurts the most. So I may or may not put that in as a giveaway. I mean, I found this one for cheap, so, and in all honesty, I'd rather keep a Stanley. I'm being greedy. All right, so where are we at? So it's not beer, but it is a dark and stormy. We are actually, and look, you can see the blue tape of repairing, because this one turned out terrible. I did this one off stream and it went every way wrong you could possibly go. Hi dear. Reclaimed wood chair. That'd be good. Oh, Sledge is home? Awesome. Give him my best. Glad he's back. Well, that's interesting. Must have caught some dirt underneath it when I taped it. Not that big of a deal. Just, I don't like it. There we go. This'll do. might have to scrape that. So honestly, what today is kind of just a relaxing, make the tenons fit the mortises, because at this point the mortises are all kinds of screwy. But I do want to at least clean that black gunk off, whatever this is, first, and then we can just kind of relaxingly there we go. Just not going to stand for having that weird black gunk there. Block planes are always useful. All right. Then we have just a little bit of glue peel here. We can't have because that is how things fit together. Okay. Well, hello there, Branimal. You're a new name. And I should probably definitely lock the camera. All right, there we go. All right, so the goal for today is to make tenon A fit mortise B. Tab A, slot B. So that we can start putting things together, because once the tabs fit, once the tenons fit, I can cut these legs to actually, to their actual shape. In case you're wondering, Branimal, I am currently working on a Moxon Vise, although it probably looks nothing like one because we're looking at the undercarriage. Okay, B, B. Okay, so we are going to put the A's away and just focus on B. Okay. First things first, how thick are we? Not that bad. Okay. Not that bad. One of these days I'll have somewhere large enough that I can just throw the chair out of the way. Okay. All right. Bing. Actually, it might be better if I used the bench hook for what I'm doing, but we'll find out, won't we? Okay, so we do need a shoulder plane. So the only shoulder plane I've got is this guy. Just want to, but for now, let us pair. Oh, there should be one or two by the end of by the end of my stream. There should be one or two luthiers, but Thank you for stopping in. How do I already have sawdust in my hair? I haven't done anything with it. So right now, and let's see if you can even see anything. Probably not. Whoop. Of course, nope. May need a new camera. So what we're really doing right now is that is just like I said, making tenon A fit mortise B. It'd be much easier if I could saw straight. I'm not trying to scare you away or to the luthiers, but I know there are a few. I don't know if they're streaming at the moment, but they always tend to be streaming about the time I raid out. You know what, before we start doing that, let's try and ensure that I have some sort of flat surface, that all this wood that's about the same size. So anyway, sorry, I'm waffling about. So anyway, first things first, we at least do have those, so let's start there. Let us start there. We do have straight up and down lines this direction. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm nothing true, I'm nothing interesting, but I try to be. Ooh. I'm no Paul Sellers, I'm no James Wright, I'm no Rex Kruger. I'm just a happy little bum working his best with hand tools. So I decided with other events that I have this year, I'm not going to do the woodwright school like I was thinking about doing. It's more of a function of money and vacation time, which one of those is very short, or actually both of those are very short because of prior engagements. So hopefully next year I can do the woodwright school and get to meet Roy Underhill. Okay. Oh, that's just the wind. Got it? Okay. Because that would be very interesting. I'd almost have to ask him for a sound bite. But another thing, and I am thinking about it, like I am thinking about like dressing this up and sending it out for someone for a woo, we made it to 300. But we'll figure that out. Because I don't need 2 scraper planes. I don't need 2 number 80s. But I don't know how many people would even be interested in one. Okay, that one is nice and dressed up, nice and flat. Let's work on this side, and then we will work on the thinning because these are terrible. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I learned how to sharpen these things and sharp enough to pare. I could never believe growing up watching people pare on TV because I was like, I've never seen a chisel do that. The chisels don't do that, they just crush stuff. Then again, I grew up working with pine and with like $10 chisels at the most, or actually like $2 or $3 chisels. Nice little bit of rum, nice little bit of I gotta say, it really does work. You really can just get it to take off thin layer after thin layer. Let me check this side because I think yep. And again, I'm not looking for amazingly perfect, but I am looking to follow lines though. I feel like I should know that reference, but why I'm drawing a blank, I can't tell you there, Mecca. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Boop. Yeah, it's something I haven't watched in a long time there. You know what? There's a way to do this. Make my eyes go, okay, now we know where we're at. There we go. No, no. I'm just trying to figure out, because this one is really badly sawn. Just trying to figure out a way to, there we go. Why not use the one that's adjustable there, Wes? You've got adjustable squares. You're a smart boy at times, aren't you? Okay, that gives me that. I just want something to reference flat off of because these are nowhere near. Straight up and down right now. Okay, and then ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. Welcome to Plain Old Woodworking, where you watch a guy piddle around his shop all day. Okay, there we go. We at least have vertical lines now. Praise be, vertical lines achieved. And if you saw how bad this face is, you would probably laugh. Actually, let's do this the easy way, maybe. Basically, let's just establish flat. Down here. Now, every time I come up with a thing, I'm, oh, the cleverness of me, and then, oh, that failed horrifically. Let's try this again. Oh, the cleverness of me. You really only want to work this way? Is that what it is? Come on. What's wrong? You were working just fine 5 seconds ago. That's not normal. 1 second. We may be pulling a little too much amperage. That's not a good thing. Okay. Yeah, very true. Now I have two. All right, it's all kind of a experimenting process for me on how to actually achieve what I'm trying to do. Because like I said, I can't saw straight, so I'm way off. Why this stopped working just as... Yeah, chisels may be the best bet, but really don't want to do it this way. All right, so fat side to the back, okay. That's working, ever so slowly. Ever so slowly. So yeah, I think this is just going to be it. But I mean, geez, this is going to be very thirsty work. Not sponsored by Woodcraft. I don't know, I just love the fact that you can tell sometimes I don't really know the best way forward. I'm just like, maybe this will work. Maybe this will work better. No, that worked worse. Let's try this. No, let's just go back to the first thing we tried because it was actually working. It was slow, but it was working. Yes. That is very true. Always make sure to hydrate. Let me come over here, put the fat end to the back. because this side is almost dead on. Yeah. Another thing I found out, because I'm both jokingly and half serious about it, like when we get our own actual place, I want to build a timber frame shed. So found out that Lee Valley has books on how to build timber frames, and decided to buy one immediately because, you know, study before you try it. But a timber frame workshop would be kind of cool. What did I drop? Okay, the bottom on that one's fairly close. The bottom on this one is not. All right, hydrate. But if anything, we are getting somewhat straight sides, which is the overall goal of what we're doing right now. We're not trying to get it super tuned in, we're just trying to get it to fit that. Come on. By the way, how is everyone's weeks? You know, at least Nails has got to be getting better, so that's good. Mine's been stressful, but, you know, work is work. Okay. Yay. I think these will actually clean up fairly fast the way they're going. Mecca, you got any opinions on what the next Craftsman's Guild challenge should be? I know I've made my voice like obstinately clear. Mainly because I could actually think of something to do if it's wall art. Okay. We're getting there. Ever so slowly. We're just a little bit fat. I think we are. Gotta keep doing it from the correct side. Okay, come on. Come on, we just need that little bit of shaving off. Just a teeny weeny bit. And I've gotten better at not pushing the chisel directly into my gullet. Or toward my gullet, I should say. Not into it, but toward it. Huzzah! Less gut blood. You know, would help if you had it in the right orientation. Let's see what we got here. I mean, it is starting. We just got to thin her down ever so slowly. Sorry for the very, very enthusing. Let's just scrape and scrape and scrape until it fits stream today. But we got to get to it somehow. I'm not going to lie, I like mortise and tenon work. I don't like this big, thick mortise and tenon work. Because, well, I don't actually have the right kind of tools for it, I think is the big thing. So it's a lot more work because you have to make do with what you got. Not gonna lie, I'm miss just 1/4 inch and 3/8 mortises because they're very easy to chop. And these guys tend to come out very ugly. All right. Let me get a rubber mallet because they don't tend to bruise the wood all that bad. Hey Gangles, we're working on trying to get the mortise and tenons for the feet, the front feet of the Moxon Vise work table mabob to fit together. So basically, we have 2 sets of these boys, a tabletop that sliding dovetails on, the Moxon Vise locks in this way, and then eventually, these will slide in and they'll cut the foot out for this so that we have hold-fast locations in 4 different locations. But right now, we got some fat tenons. And that is what we are working on. I love how the side towards me actually pairs real nicely, and the side that you guys get to see is a giant bungled mess. Also, let's do that so there's actually more in the screen. Even though my head's probably blocking dang near most of it. And we're also going to be slowly working on a buzz here. Cheers. Not sponsored by Woodcraft, by the way, no. But I'll gladly take an offer. we're just shaving at this point, can we get the shaver extraordinaire to work? Well, shit. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't use you. Just because you just blew everything up. But maybe we should, because now that we're at a flat-ish level, might actually be easier this time. Of course, as soon as I put it flat, okay, let's get this flat, and then we will want you. Something with a larger, flatter, easier to reference flat. Oh, and it looks so much better too. Okay. I don't like that, but it'll have to do. Let's see what we get. It's definitely working faster. Okay. Okay, okay. He's definitely working better. And it's flattening a lot easier, so we might just be at the point of using a plane to okay. This plane's basically just to establish a small groove because it does not have a wall. All right. Yeah, come and join the fun. Gangles. That is what we are here for right now. All right, trying again. Bottom mark to bottom. That is what we call severe triumph. actually trying to seat now, which means now we just see what we can do. Okay, we are roughly half seated. Okay. Of course, you know, I don't think things through. So, there we go. Well, we know where it's binding now. It's right on that corner. Now, how do we get it out? We drive it out. Haha, you can't win. Okay, so we should have some nice shiny spots on the tenon. Definitely tell that's the compressed corner. Basically, plane until the compressed corner's gone. And put it this way so that the plane's cutting into the compressed corner. Now let's see. Bottom to bottom. Now we just clean the shoulder because we're about off by an unwieldy shoulder, but how you like it. All right. And it is tight enough that, I mean, I can get it on there by hand, but there is not a way in hell I'm getting that out of there by hand. All right. Come on. Come on, sweet, sweet baby girl. There we go. And just don't want it falling on the screws. All right, now we address the shoulder, which is all kinds of fun. But we got one footed up. right, you're sounding correct now. That's good. Do not make it sound like you're dying on me. Sub pump. It's probably just empty when it tried to kick on. So the goal is to be able to put these things on by hand so that I don't, after we cut the foot out, I don't have to hammer on the foot and possibly break the foot off, because that is terms of crying. You're on the bottom, dang it. Okay. We're getting actually really close, because once these feet are fitted and made, there's gluing up and putting in the bow tie. So we are getting very close, and I'm very happy because I can officially announce my next project that is not Craftsman Guild related, because depending on what category the next challenge is, we might be doing that instead. But my next non-challenge related build will be the turning saw. I will be building a turning saw from the Gramercy bow saw kit. Yeah, Mel. All right. Of course, I'm using a fat boy, so let's see if we can use a smaller one to get a little bit more force in there. Like I said, this is really a make it fit good enough kind of thing, because it's all kinds of ugly anyways. But it'll be my ugly Moxon Vise, and it will serve me well. Let's see how this is fitting up. Let me make sure to get any furries off. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to cry rivers if it doesn't fit up tight, because I don't expect it to. Okay, boop. Foot side. Okay. I think that might be good enough for this boy. So we now have this guy, which we can now at some point bow saw off the foot portion, but we got a jealous A side over here. Oh, whoa. When did you turn back on? I must have waved or something and he thought he was okay. Pros. All right, let's see if we can get this one to fit. Same process. All right, go with the verticals I can define, that I already have defined, and let's rock it. Okay, we got foot side defined here. The side that I screwed up, so cool. Okay, we got this lined up correctly. Ooh, about that. Ooh, about that. Honestly, one second here. No, this is not the normal way to do things, but this is so close to fitting anyways that I need to take just a little bit off here and see what happens first. Okay. Because this is the one I royally screwed up the mortise on to the point where like I almost don't have to do anything. Like this literally is the one place it's hanging up on. Like, I'm actually more convinced that I just need to open this side up, this one half of this side, just by how it's already fitting. I just need to square this side up a little bit, and then we start shaving the tenon. I think we're at the point of actually trying now. So let's start squaring things up, I guess. Well, I didn't mean it to do that, but yep, found us a nice little hiccup in the wood. Yeah, this one's going to be more about squaring relative to the lines that are scored in here and testing, as opposed to trying to reach those lines and see how far we have to go past that. Because somebody were a dum-dum and impatient and screwed up a lot of things. Let's at least scribe ourselves a vertical, like we did last time. Woo! We're not that far out of vertical on this side. A little bit on this side. Do 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 do. Before we go too much farther, we should establish vertical. There we go. Now we know where it's fat, where it's skinny, where we could take a shaving or two. And it's like almost exclusively right there. Yes, this looks ugly, as it always do. It'll start to look sexy again after a bit. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, it's fat on this side. Almost consistently all the way up, and it's almost on this side. Just a little fat here. And no, I'm not trying to fat shame my tenons. Okay. I think it's playing time though. There you are. I gotta be one of the most boring people to watch. It's making it much better looking. Okay. Okay. This one's the weird one that requires just kind of hit or miss adjusting the entire way because I screwed up the mortise, and it's all types of fun looking on the inside of it. Go. Maybe I didn't screw it up that much. All right, so clean the fuzzies. But we are definitely close to the planing point, if not there. Well, that could be part of it. Some of this didn't line up quite nicely when I glued it. And some of it might just be because it's the world's ugliest mortise. Oh, we're getting somewhere. It's actually trying to start to seat. Sure as heck isn't pretty, but it's working. Come on. Fine. Well, we know which side likes to hug. All right, then it's planing time at this point. The reason I'm using that shoulder plane is to got this little edge here that I need to cut down at least right there, so I can use the block plane extraordinaire. Oh no, all you can see is my head in the top-down view. How dare I? Oh, don't worry about it, Mecca. I'm learning how to keep mumbling as much as I can. Okay. Besides, we may get way farther than I thought I would today, which means we might be to almost full assembly Sunday. Okay. Now, how you fit? How do you feet? Foot side, foot side. Boop-a-doo. Don't ask me how I got it on there the first time. It just was rough and it fit. Just a tiny bit too tight still. foot side. Oh, you know, it would help if you weren't drinking because you were putting it on upside down in the prior iteration. Prost. But we're almost there. Just a tiny bit fat. Honestly, the way it looks, this is a fix-it from the mortise side. I can see what it's hanging up on, and I didn't want to do that. But that tells you what I mean by I can see what it's hanging up on, because as soon as it stopped hanging up on it, it let go with a fury. So it's actually this edge right here. Do not pay attention to the way I'm doing this foot, because this foot is all types of wrong. I shouldn't be touching a mortise at all after it's cut, but because this one is all kinds of wonky, I am. I am not perfect. Okay, it does seat. It seats nice and tight. Sweet lips. Does Martha know about his dog? Okay, well, it at least fits tight. That is all I could ask for. Because now we even up the shoulder. Yeah. Shoulder time. Shoulder time. I hope so. I hope so. We're going to take a little bit of a shaving off of it, but right now we're going to get the shoulder nice and squared up so that the gap goes down a little, because the gap's really the size of these failed cut extreme. And well, they're not really failed cuts. I mean, if they're proud of the other cuts, then you can always fix it. I hear slime looking around. Okay. Well, that side was easy to fix. Wasn't all that bad off to begin with. Still got to fix this one though. There we go. All right, now we got to fix the lips. All the fuzzy parts. I hear her. She's opening the door. She's staring at me. No. I'm good. Thank you, though. Okay. Now that the shoulders are nice and clean, let's take one more round with the plane just to give it a little bit. Whoa, did you fall? Want to thin it down just a little bit because, okay. Foot side, foot side, foot side. Okay, that means I can actually get it together by hand. That will have to do. So now, well, let's, I mean, as tight as it is, that's good enough. So let's recap where we're at. Okay, boop, boop. These need little, I don't want to say swooshes, but they need a foot cut out of them. Let's start moving stuff out of the way so I can assemble this and have it look somewhat like a thing. You're gone. You are also gone. Sit there. I'm hoping it's not following me. Okay, it isn't. All right. So there's the feet. Like I said, I'm going to cut a little swoop to make front feet there. I'm not going to slam this thing all the way down, but it will go all the way down. I just have to persuade it. So that gets to sit right there. And then we have our front chop, which will also go right there. We're almost there. So like getting the foot done, then putting in a bow tie here, gluing it all together, and we are gonna be right as rain. Oh no, I knocked something over. But yeah, almost right as rain, guys. Now, it is about time for me to say we are basically done, guys. So let's find someone. Nope, I can hear him. There's the Max. Let's find someone to raid out on. Let's see, we got Guitar Show Australia, we got Boyd, JMB, Half Blind, Shop Dog. Wow, there is a lot of woodworking today. A lot of woodworking today. That's not normal for Wednesdays. Who do you guys think we should raid out on? Yes, Max, I can hear you. Or probably. I'm thinking, yeah, okay, that's trash. You know, it's been a while since we've done Guitar Show. Let's do Guitar Show. Or you think Half Blind? Yeah, let's do Half Blind. She's a hoot. All right, so we're gonna raid out to Half Blind. Give her some love. She's a hoot to listen to. Looks like she's been rebuilding her workshop, so have a good one. Have a good one, Nail. And everyone have a good night. I'll see you on Sunday.